People who died from Hurricane Matthew in Florida. One of them was in Volusia County. A woman was killed when she was hit by a falling tree.
WESH 2's Claire Metz has been braving the elements from there and has the latest from Daytona Beach.
Although many roads like US 1 here on the mainland are clear and open to traffic, the beach side remains closed. You're not getting over the bridges. It's debris strewn. There are trees and live power lines down. Many homes are in the dark without electricity. Even a few hours after the worst of Hurricane Matthew roared past our coast, the ocean was still furious. Storm surge in some cases blew water a half-mile or more, and Matthew's winds tore at oceanfront businesses. No structures completely collapsed, but metal roofs peeled back, and the post office just north of Main Street will need some work. Dozens of homes beachside and mainland have roof damage after trees crashed into them. And trees are blocking any number of roads. It's those dangling power lines, though, some of them still live as recovery teams slowly work through this, that can easily threaten. Water is and will be an issue. We saw flooded roads from rain, from overflowing drainage canals.
I'd say it's pretty close to being fun.
On a bright note, Dave Mitchell made it. He became a hashtag, Save Dave, after he first told us last night he was staying aboard his 41-foot boat tied up to 2 palm trees at the Halifax Harbor Marina on the Intracoastal. He ate, drank, slept a couple of hours, even helped save other boats through Matthew. What a guy.
I was able to help a couple of boats out. They broke a couple of lines loose. They didn't want to see them bash into somebody else's boat.
It will be weeks, maybe even months before we fully recover, though Hurricane Matthew wasn't catastrophic here. He was ultimately damaging and deadly. In Daytona Beach, Volusia County, Claire Metz, WESH 2 News.
People in Flagler County saw plenty of wind and rain. The winds were strong enough to take down signs, power lines, and even wash away the roads. WESH 2's Dave McDaniel has the story from Flagler Beach.
It was very late in the day before the winds finally backed off enough that first responders could get out onto Flagler Beach and take a look around. You can see there where the roof on this building peeled completely back. A good bit of it is missing. And up the way here on A1A, the road has been washed out. It's happened here before in past storms, and it's certainly happened here with Matthew. The DOT will have to figure out a timetable for fixing that road and perhaps come up with something that is more permanent, because it has been an issue storm after storm over the past few years. Now the Flagler Pier, the end of it, 75 feet of it in fact, was lost during Hurricane Floyd in 1999. Some of the pier is missing again. No one is quite sure how much, but when you look at it, you can clearly see that a portion of it is hanging over the open ocean. You go inland and you see tree branches down, entire trees, power lines down. 51,000 electric customers without power in Flagler County. That's 80% of the total. We saw traffic signals hanging by wires. Of course, during the height of the storm, we saw driven rain just pouring down, blowing sideways, and people were taking shelter even under the bank drive-in to try to get away from all that wind and water. A curfew is in place for the entirety of Flagler County. The night before it was only on the beach side, but the entire county, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., they don't want people running around. They don't want people to get hurt. Despite all of the damage, they say they believe the county dodged a bullet. That if Matthew would have come on shore, it could have been much worse, and so far at least it appears no loss of life. Reporting on Flagler Beach, Dave McDaniel, WESH 2 News.
Hurricane Matthew left a tremendous amount of debris in its wake in Brevard County, but it also left something you wouldn't expect. WESH 2's Dan Biller reports on the one thing returning evacuees shared in common.
Candlelight illuminates a lot of powerless homes in Cocoa Beach, homes that are still standing.
No, it was brutal. Ordered up. Gotta stay, man.
We met Don Helmke Wednesday when it appeared the hurricane might wipe out Cocoa Beach, but he wouldn't leave.
I can't just leave my house, man.
And so the hurricane came. It knocked out power and ripped out trees. But it didn't wipe out anyone.
So we were expecting to come back, pretty much have nothing left, so we're really excited.
50 others in Titusville were less lucky.
The north tower of this building lost a majority of its roof structure. They've condemned the building and given the residents until 2 p.m. to get their possessions out of this building.
Cocoa Beach's landmark Taco City restaurant had its signature front windows blown out, yet Don Helmke rode out the storm. He couldn't leave his dogs, and if you met them, you might not blame him. but he knew he could die. So how happy are you about the outcome?
Wow. You know, we're alive.
Don's leaving his plywood up in case Matthew comes back. In Cocoa Beach, Dan Billow, WESH 2 News.
Emotional for a lot of people. Hurricane Matthew then continued its trek up the east coast of Florida.
And along its curved path, Matthew left damage all across our state. These angry seas are pounding into Jacksonville Beach. You can see the waves just slamming the pier. Also in Jacksonville, a tree inviting itself into a family's kitchen. It came through the roof and is just hanging right inside the home.
Florida's oldest city underwater. St. Augustine took quite the plunge of flooding. Now look at the winds just whipping the palms around. Flooding deep enough to cover the doors of this car.
And man's best friends took shelter overnight in Palm Beach County. Aside from the typical dog and cat, a chicken and 2 flying squirrels joined this bunch.
Inland Winter Park and the rest of Orange County did see some angry weather. WESH 2's Michelle Meredith tells us how the county handled the storm and the damage.
When Orange County lifted its curfew early, some places like Wawa took advantage of it and opened up for business. In Orange County, there are trees down and some people are without power. But here's the bottom line.
Let me start with a sigh of relief.
In a news conference, Orange County officials said Hurricane Matthew wobbled, then brushed Orange County, but did not bash it.
And I could not be more proud of the citizens here in Orange County for how seriously they took this. This is one of those cases where we were very fortunate and dodged a bullet.
In Winter Park, this homeowner dodged a bullet. A tree that could have easily landed on his home landed on a cable line, so he did not lose power. However, Winter Park reports that about 700 homes lost power. Other cities as well. Gabe Brosman lives in Castleberry. We found him sitting outside the Wawa.
I didn't think anything was going to be open, but I'm glad that I found an available power outlet right here so that I could actually sit and get some stuff done.
And Orange County says 65,000 homes went in the dark because of Hurricane Matthew. In Orange County, Michelle Meredith, WESH 2 News.